Welcome to the Ruhrstadion in Bochum, Germany for this friendly international between Turkey and Uruguay. Fatih Terim's team continue their preparations for the Euro 2008 finals with a match against the South Americans hoping to emulate their success against Slovakia 6 days ago. Turkey are favourites to win tonight but didn't have it all their own way on Tuesday when the Eastern European nation pushed them all the way, going down by just a single goal in the end. Uruguay, ranked just 3 places below Turkey in the FIFA World Rankings, are preparing for 2 crucial summer World Cup qualifiers against Venezuela and Peru. And although Oscar Tabárez has brought a youthful squad to Europe for a 2-game tour, he will be hoping for a positive result in Germany this evening. Well, Turkey have nearly a full-strength squad to choose from. Servet Cetin is missing as he recovers from a groin. Altıntop declared his fitness earlier this week. The Bayern Munich midfielder says he has fully recovered from a broken metatarsal sustained in March. Gökhan Zan misses the finals though with a similar injury. As for Uruguay, they have included 4 uncapped players in their squad, including 22-year-old striker Henry Giménez, the River Plate forward who scored 14 goals in 27 starts this season for his club. Fenerbahce defender Diego Lugano, Botafogo keeper Juan Castillo, Monaco midfielder Diego Perez and Murcia midfielder Pablo Garcia are all missing because of injury. Argentina-based trio of Washington, Sebastian Abreu, Alvaro González and Andreas Scotti have not been released by their respective clubs, and along with Monterrey midfielder Egidio Arvaldo Rios also miss out in Germany tonight. So who will be pushing for a place in the starting lineup for Turkey's first Euro 2008 finals match against Portugal? Emre, you would have thought, is a certainty, but there aren't that many, you feel, places up for grabs as we get this match underway. Big occasion, as it always is when Turkey play. We are in Germany, but they always have a massive contingent of supporters following them wherever they play. A huge expat contingent of followers in Germany, of course, and when they do play in this neck of the woods, they come in their thousands. The stadium incidentally holds just under 32,000. However, we reckon it's 2/3 full, and the vast majority are Turkish supporters. They are the favourites, although Uruguay are no mugs, and they will be hoping to secure a positive result for their coach Oscar Tabárez, and they come forward here with Giménez. Just 22 years old, making his first appearance for his country. Challenge coming in, a poor one by Kâzım. The referee, incidentally, Florian Mayer, charged with keeping the lid on this. The Turkish friendly against Slovakia was a keenly contested affair, and I guess that's what Fatih Terim wants. He wants proper warm-up games, and he certainly got it. It was a hard-fought victory, but there is no doubt that he would prefer his team to keep injury-free and keep the momentum going ahead of their first competitive game. This, the middle of 3 friendlies. They do take on Finland in Duisburg later on this week, before that first game in Group A of the finals in Austria and Switzerland, when they take on Portugal on June the 7th. Emre Aşık of Ankara Sport, 34-year-old, winning his 27th cap tonight, not sit long down the line. Calling Kâzım-Richards, as he once was known. Now, of course, Kâzım of Fenerbahce starred in their Champions League run through to the knockout stages this season. They were beaten by Chelsea, who, of course, were beaten finalists just last week. And an opportunity now for Diego Godín to send this ball long. Villarreal defender, just 22. It is certainly a youthful Uruguay squad. Here is Cavani, who plays his club football in Italy with Palermo. And the ball inside the penalty area. Looking to get something going here for Uruguay. Number 20 is Ignacio González. Different type of test, certainly this, for Turkey, you feel. Uruguay have been a little bit in and out in recent fixtures. As it stands at the moment, they have only got 4 points in qualification for the 2010 World Cup. Their start hasn't been great. They got the better of Bolivia comfortably enough in their first match by 5-0, but then slumped to defeat away at Paraguay. They drew 2-2 at home to Chile before being beaten, unluckily so many felt, by Brazil, going down 2-1. And it means that just 4 points from 4 games leaves them well down the pecking order as they look to qualify for the World Cup in South Africa. They've got some really big games coming up in June against Venezuela and Peru, separated by just 3 days, and you really feel that Oscar Tabárez' team have to pick up 6 points there if they are to have any hope in qualifying for the finals in a couple of years' time. It is Emre. Well, still with Newcastle United, although there is speculation that he may well leave in the summer. The referee not happy where the free kick was taken. Emre just knocks it back. Florian Mayer stamping his authority on the game straight away. Here is Emre. The ball is worked towards Hakan Balta and then forward for Nihat Kaveci. Well, Nihat's been in pretty decent form for both club and country. Always an exciting player, you feel, a player that likes to run onto the ball. He's strong, he's quick, he can shoot with either foot. Not always shown his best form for his country, as we feature Emre Aşık. Of course, now playing his club football with Villarreal. Nihat, second season there, 18 goals in 25 starts, 9 from off the bench, and really the second half of the season for him was fantastic. This is Baştürk coming forward, and now Arda Turan, very much the golden boy, the young player coming through that everybody wants to see on the ball. Good defending though by Uruguay. Emre slides in, doesn't get much of the ball. Interesting to see Emre and Baştürk together. Many feel that they're similar type of players. Small, low centre of gravity, very, very good on the ball. Challenge is roundly booed. Ignacio González, who plays his club football with Monaco in France. Here is Emre. Of course, Turkey are drawing the same group as Switzerland. All sorts of problems when those two met in the playoff for the World Cup prior to the 2006 competition. There is Kâzım. Something of a riot between players and 1 or 2 fans, and police getting involved at the end of the game as Switzerland made it through to the finals in 2006 in Germany. Turkey missing out. Here is Emre. Still going, space on the left-hand side here for Hakan Balta. Nihat has to turn away from the penalty area, still has possession though. This is Emre once again. Really good movement. Arda Turan has it now. He loses out, unfortunately, for Turkey, and then it's nodded back towards goal by Gökhan Zan. Kâzım-Richards goes down. Now maybe an opportunity here for the Ajax striker Luis Suárez. He will certainly be a danger, you feel, Suárez. Gökhan Zan coming across to deal with the danger. And it's Volkan Demirel getting the nod ahead of Rustu for this particular friendly, who will get the nod when it comes to the first game, though, in the finals. Plenty of movement inside the penalty area. Edison Cavani is there. Martin Cáceres coming up from the back. Corner to be taken by Uruguay. Delivery as well towards that far post, but it's over the head of Luis Suárez amongst others. Suárez, incidentally, with a super record for Ajax this season, 17 goals in his 29 starts, having bagged 10 for FC Groningen the previous campaign in the Eredivisie. Cleared by Mehmet Topal. Just ahead of Maxi Pereira, who replies his trade in Europe with Benfica, a team that just missed out on the Champions League this season. This is Arda Turan, firm favourite at Galatasaray. Volkan there, 20th cap for him. Multiple title winner with Fenerbahce, posing figure. 6'3" and player that's taken over Rustu really as number one by and large. Rustu's form though has been good for Besiktas. Difficult to know who might get the nod. The flag goes up over on that far side. The Turkey supporters don't agree. The assistant had his flag up nice and early. Kâzım-Richards, of course born in England, played around the lower leagues in England before getting an opportunity with Fenerbahce, played for the likes of Bury and Brighton and Sheffield United. Turkey under 21 international, still just 21, doesn't turn 22 until late August, so if he can perhaps shine at the finals, he may well earn a move back to England. I think that's what he wants to do, but only with a Premier League club. He's quite happy with Fenerbahce at the moment, and why not? Opportunity for Nihat here. Flag is up once again. No Hakan Şükür, of course, in the Turkey squad. Nihat taking this on, but was certainly offside. Not quite as successful this campaign as he was back in the 02-03 season, when hitting 23 goals for Real Sociedad. Had a wonderful spell there. Eventually moved on to pastures new in summer 2006, but will be playing Champions League football with Villarreal next season, should he stay there. Suggestion that he will, of course. There is Hakan Balta, whose goal, of course, did for Slovakia earlier on this week, or last week, depending on how you see it. Cáceres, who's been on loan with Recreativo Huelva in Spain this season from Villarreal. Just a third cap for him, he's still just 21. It is Gargano, plays his football with Napoli in Serie A. And eventually Pereira, forward once again looking for the run of Cavani. But no joy on that occasion, couldn't quite get him through. Him goes down again. This time the challenge coming in from Cáceres. Had a really good spell with Recre on loan from Villarreal, and they didn't let him escape permanently. Chances are he'll be back with their first team squad for the 08-09 campaign. This is Hakan Balta, Galatasaray man who was born in Berlin, started life out at Hertha Berlin before moving on to Manyaspor and then Galatasaray just last year. Arda Turan can't make it his, and Uruguay managed to win it back. Opportunity maybe for González. Put forward by Pereira. Still Uruguay have possession. And that's a good turn from Giménez, who can get the ball away on the left-hand side. The low ball in from Cáceres, not the best though. Certainly got forward though on that left-hand side. Noise coming from the Turkish football fans. They will be a real credit to the finals, there's no doubt about that. So colourful, and they really build the atmosphere. They get to the stadium a good few hours before kick-off. That's a free kick. Suárez doesn't like the decision. Emre though barged off the ball. Suárez's side, of course, missed out on the Champions League this season. That was a real blow for the Amsterdam club. 20 getting the better of them in a playoff for the qualifying place from the Eredivisie. PSV, of course, winning the title. This is Baştürk. Low ball in, real chance here! finds the back of the net. Arda Turan has scored. Well, a low ball in that Uruguay just did not deal with. Arda Turan stooping low. He's one of the smallest players on the pitch. Terrific finish, really. Baştürk over on that far side going forward. Twisting one way, then the other. And I think it was Hamit that got the ball in. It was. He got in front of his marker. Poor defending, really. Maxi Pereira getting behind his man, and Arda Turan with the diving header gets his first goal for his country. 18th appearance and a first goal for the Galatasaray man. He really has got some future, there's no doubt about that. 7 goals for Galatasaray this season. He's played in some big games for them. Scored a hat-trick recently against Sivasspor as a late substitute against Slovakia, but he's certainly staked a claim here to be included in that first choice 11 for the opener against Portugal. What an important game that will be. You do feel that Turkey are beginning to find their form at the right time. Ahead of the 1-0 win over Slovakia, they drew 2 friendlies this year, this calendar year. A 0-0 draw against Sweden in Istanbul, a 2-2 draw away at Belarus in Minsk. But aside from a 1-0 reverse to Greece in the qualifiers, they really have been in terrific form since last summer. They held Brazil just under a year ago in Dortmund. And they are a team really that's very capable of going all the way. You feel they'll look at the model of Greece and think, well, they won it last time in the European Championships in Portugal in 04. Why not us this time? They were admittedly a good long way behind Greece in the qualifiers and only just scraped through, getting the better of Norway by 1 point. And of course, it was that away win against Norway. It was the crucial game, really. 1 or 2 iffy results. They were beaten by Bosnia. They only drew away at Malta. Fatih Terim came under a bit of pressure. Of course, he did lead them to the European Championship finals in 1996, held in England. First time that Turkey qualified in the modern era for a finals tournament. But they have got plenty to offer, and it is a young team. There's a little bit of experience in there as well. But Arda Turan is the player that perhaps can lead them for a good long while. He's still just 21, and it's his goal that has given Turkey the advantage here. Emre Aşık away. Played for all 4 of the Istanbul clubs. Fenerbahçe, then Istanbulspor, Galatasaray, Beşiktaş. Played at World Cup finals in 2002, and of course they'll remember that they made it through to the semis, that renewal. Still, defending to do here. Uruguay have got players forward inside the penalty area. Swinging towards that far post, it looked like there was a shove. And the acrobatic effort finds the back of the net nonetheless. Gerardo Alcoba of Penarol. Nice bit of skill. Does not count though, unfortunately, for Uruguay. Penarol, of course, one of the main clubs in Uruguay. Just his first season there after switching from Wanderers, the centre-back. Known to pop up with the odd goal or so. 6 in 73 league appearances with Wanderers before the move, and 3 for his new club. Luckily, just the other week against Takarempo. The side running out 2-1 winners. Here is Hamit Altıntop. Big worry about Hamit going into the finals because of that broken metatarsal sustained in March, but he's done really well to battle back. Sometimes it's an injury that can keep players out a long time. Of course, his twin brother Halil is on the bench, but Hamit most recognised as the better of the two. Meanwhile, It's Cavani that swings and gets something on it, and then the shot fired in and well wide. Worth an effort, I guess, from Eguren. Another Villarreal player, contingent at the La Liga club from Uruguay. Last time we saw Hammett, incidentally, as we see Eguren shot go well wide, was against Belarus in that 2-2 draw, the friendly draw back in March. Limped off because of the injury after 21 minutes, hasn't played a club game since prior to that. Bayern Munich, of course, winning the Bundesliga and the German Cup. But prior to that, he'd been a stalwart in the Bayern side, his first season after the switch from Schalke. 40th cap for Hammett. Still, here comes Giménez, and it's well over the crossbar. Every now and then Uruguay do get a sight on goal. They will have taken a deflection somewhere along the line. Certainly a player to watch out for. Henry Giménez. There is the coach, Oscar Tabárez. Second spell in charge of Uruguay. Has coached in Europe as well. In comes the corner, good delivery. Volkan comes, doesn't get anything on it. Flattens one of his own players, I think there. Rather oddly, the free kick goes in Turkey's favour. Where was the foul here, do we think? Well, for the life of me, I don't understand why a free kick was given. Hammett bending the cross in for Turan. Well, it may well have been an own goal, you know. Turan certainly claiming it, why not? Kazim flicks it on. Turan couldn't make it his. Uruguay managed to win it back. It's fallen here to González. And to Giménez, who's gone down. Pereira will leave it. Pereira went down to number 15, plays his football for Benfica. Cleared away by Hammett. Still Uruguay coming forward. Giménez. And still, the twisting run. He's gone down inside the penalty area. Nothing given by Florian Mayer, the referee. And a chance now for Kazim to come forward. This is Hammett. Kazim wants it back and gets it back. Still Kazim. Opportunity here for Kazim to try and just push it through towards Nihat, but fortunately for him, it's not the best. This is the incident with the Giménez. Well, Emre certainly takes his leg. And that, for me, is a penalty area, because it was inside the area. Well, that's a bad decision. Topal of Galatasaray. Emre deciding to knock it all the way back to Volkan. Arda Turan. And still another useful looking ball in, and this time it's hooked over the bar by Baştürk. Difficult chance really. He had plenty of space there. And the Stuttgart man tried to turn and twist. Unfortunately, from a Turkish point of view, he couldn't hit the target. Scored a couple against Eintracht Frankfurt in a league game recently, and a 4-1 success for Stuttgart. Former Hertha Berlin and Bayer Leverkusen player. Doesn't score too often for Turkey, just 3 in his career in 48 appearances. Arda Turan, Emre. Arda Turan once again, good running, good movement as well. from Turkey. Kazim wants it off the heels of Cáceres. Pereira. Suárez. It's looked lively. Luis Suárez down this right-hand side. That occasion that's easily cut out by Mehmet Topal. Kazim loses control. And Uruguay pick up the pace. Giménez. Rather sloppy. Emre will pick it up and drive forward. Kazim. Turkey's qualifying campaign was a little bit stop-start, as we mentioned. A good 4 wins on the spin at the start of the competition. 2-0 against Malta, 1-0 Hungary, 5-0 Moldova, and 4-1 away at Greece. Seemed to put them in pole position, but then it all fell apart. 2-2 Norway, 3-2 reverse away at Bosnia. A 2-2 draw with Malta put them on the back foot. And then even when they recovered to defeat Hungary, they dropped points away at Moldova, beaten at home by Greece, and it meant that they had to win their last 2 games away at Norway and at home to Bosnia to qualify. They did, to deny Norway, but not the smoothest of passages, and it really should have been given the first 4 results, 4 wins. Kazim goes down. It was rather cynical from Cavani. Well, he's a veteran, I say veteran, plays his football with Palermo, a 2nd season there, former Danubio player. He's still just 21, but he's been around for 4 full seasons. Player that picked up some 3 yellow cards in Serie A this season. Kazim. Still going forward, away from Gargano. Needs a bit of support here, Kazim. He's managed to retain possession well. Looks to flick it forward for Nihat, but offside. Seemed to be too much in it, but the right decision. Minutes, Turkey leading by a goal to 0. Just about deserved. I think they've shaded the possession. They've had the chances, half chances. Uruguay, though, have contributed. Certainly interesting to see the type of matches that Turkey have decided to take for their friendlies, and I guess this game they would imagine is the closest they're going to get to playing Portugal. Some of the type of skillful players. You could argue that it's played Slovakia because they play like the Czech Republic and Finland, because perhaps they're a little like Switzerland. It's obviously not as simple as that, but there is a method to the way that the friendlies come up. Sure what Uruguay get out of it. They take on Venezuela and Peru next month. Still, it's all good experience for a number of these young players, and plenty of them ply their trade in Europe. It is Suárez, one of them. Space on the right-hand side for Pereira. 38th cap for the 23-year-old. He's been around the international scene for a long time. He's lost out, though, to Mehmet Topal, former under-21 international. Emre, as well, to play himself out of a tricky situation. This is Hakan Balta. Gargano of Napoli. It's going to be a free kick. And Topal, perpetrator. Well, Cavani is forward, Suárez is forward. Volkan calling the shots. Suárez to take, and it's floated, and the header is over the bar. Coming up from the back was Godín, looking for what would be his 4th goal for his country. Certainly got plenty of power on it. It was a good ball in. Diego Godín rising, but over the crossbar. Scored a couple of times for Villarreal this season. Former Nacional player. Of course, Uruguay making it through to the latter stages of the Copa America last summer. Actually earning 4th place. Got a bad record at all in the Copa America. They won it as recently as 1995, and they were first ever winners back in 1916. World Cup record a little bit scratchy recently. They failed to qualify in 2006. Dropped out the group stages in 2002 in South Korea and Japan, but maybe an opportunity here for Suárez, who's gone down inside the box. Volkan takes his man, and he can't believe it. Suárez going through, and he says, it's me, I'm going to take it. And it's a penalty. Well, Suárez might have made something of this. He was definitely onside, being played on. Volkan, well, he didn't really get too much in the man, did he? But he got enough. Or did he? Let's have a look again. Well, there was contact. He's such a difficult one. The player certainly made a meal of it. Suárez wants to take it. He's not incidentally the Ajax penalty taker. He's 17 goals this season in the Eredivisie. None of them came from the spot, but he doesn't seem to care. He wants to try and score what would be his 4th for his national side in just his 8th appearance. Well, how about this for a bit of kidology? Sup of water first of all from Volkan. He's not ready just yet. Now this referee for that matter. Well, this would be interesting. Suárez for 1-1 then. Suárez against Volkan. The two involved in the penalty incident. Let's see if Suárez can make it pay. He can. Sends the keeper the wrong way. It's 1-1 and it's game on here. Well, they haven't sat back Uruguay. You've got to give them credit for that. Penalty struck pretty much in the corner. I think even if it had guessed the right way, he might not have got to that. And for a former Nacional and FC Groningen player, he's on the score sheet again. He's got a hat-trick against Willem II earlier this season. Always seems to score. His longest run without a goal this campaign was 3 goals. And he's been in tremendous form for his club. 1-1. Turkey supporters aren't too bothered at the moment, it would appear. Fatih Terim looks on. Uruguay come forward again. Well, this time it's Giménez that's gone down, and an opportunity for Turkey to break. Nipped in the bud very early on. Hakan Balta will take the throw. Uruguay have it back. Growing in confidence perhaps here. He's kept in play just. Hammett battling away, wins the free kick, taken quickly. Quite sure that was the best idea. Cavani looking to put the pressure on, and that should be easy here for Diego Godín. Gökhan Zan to take this free kick. It is Baştürk. Emre wants it. Knocked out of play by Eguren. Uruguay substitutes warming up. Baştürk goes down. Free kick to Turkey. Nihat will take high towards the back post. Carini elects to punch. Still not completely away. Keeper might have a little bit more work to do here as Turkey look to work it down the right-hand side. And it getting forward, challenged though by Cáceres. Carini, once on the books of Juventus and Inter Milan. Never really got a go at either. Now with Real Madrid. This is football in La Liga. Emre. Kazim. And it will with a throw. Until half-time. Thoroughly enjoyable 1-1 at the moment. Turan twisting, turning and then losing the ball and eventually winning a throw. Giménez not happy. Throw-in's been taken quickly. This is Hammett. Baştürk wants it. And Hammett this time commits the foul. Well, this is Suárez. Well, for me, he makes an awfully big deal about it, but I guess there was contact. Volkan no chance with the penalty. Hamid. Topal. Turned by Arda Turan into fool his marker who slips, and Turan will go again. He gets the low ball in. That's comfortable for Carini. Giménez battling away. Studs were showing. Free kick Turkey. Well, he's looked lively, the River Plate forward. Giménez, Cavani and Suárez in a type of three-man attack have certainly kept the likes of Gökhan Zan and Emre Aşık busy. And certainly plenty to think about. This is Emre, meanwhile, for Turkey. Nihat's touch. Mehmet Topal. Hamit. Mehmet Topal again. Curling ball aiming to hit Nihat, and it's just a throw-in. Good recovery from Godín. Hamit wins it back and then gives it away. He's just been a little bit off the pace for me. Hamit out in top. Referee allows this one to run. It's back with Gökhan Zan. Here is Emre. That's a free kick. Gargano, who is a tough character, there is no doubt about that. Player that likes to get his foot stuck in, shall we say, was sent off twice for Napoli in Serie A this season. A couple of yellows resulted in a red against Milan in a 5-2 defeat, and also sent off a straight red against Parma in a 2-1 win 4 games before the end of the season, and picked up regular reds for Danubio in Uruguay before switching to Napoli last summer. Baştürk waving away Diego Godín, no need for that. The assistant comes in, separates the pair. It's only friendly, everybody, but it's been keenly contested. Mehmet Topal was caught there. Here is Gökhan Zan. Hamit Altıntop of Bayern Munich. Turkey supporters raise the volume again. Uruguay coming forward. Eguren. Suárez looking to flick it in field. It's underneath the studs of Gargano. Pereira. And again. Nearly gives it to Nihat. Eventually cleared by Alcoba. And now Cáceres. It's given away. The Turan was in the way. This is Emre. Hamit wants some movement, wants a bit of help. Backwards and sideways from Turkey at the moment rather than forwards. Uruguay well organised. They've settled into this match well, and they've managed to win the ball back. And a long punt forward here for Suárez to chase once again. Only one inside the penalty area. Another one is arriving. That looked like handball perhaps for Mehmet Topal. Yes, well, interesting that Ignacio González was claiming that, because that to me looked like hands was involved. Let's see it again. Well, I tell you what, for me that's a penalty. More of a one than the one we saw prior to that, but wasn't given. Perhaps Ignacio González can count himself a little bit unlucky not to get the shout there. He's on loan to Monaco from Danubio at the moment. Scored 4 goals in his last appearance for Danubio against Progresso in a 9-1 win. Then it comes again, and Volkan under no pressure elects to punch. And that looked like a free kick to Uruguay again as Baştürk looked to back in. Uruguay maybe just beginning to get the upper hand here. They're soaking up Turkish pressure and then looking to hit the men in red on the break, and they've got 2 inside the penalty area here. This is Suárez on the ball. Can he find a teammate? Giménez will take it on, looks to knock it back. The back flick doesn't quite work out. He takes it away from Suárez, if anything. Back inside the area and over the crossbar from Volkan, and Uruguay look really threatening every time they come forward. Now, if Cavani hadn't have touched this, that would have been perfect for Suárez. Oh dear, Turkey all over the place at the back. no chances. Another corner to Uruguay. And it comes back post this time, and the header, well, it's Emre on the line that will clear. And this time from Godín. Volkan again punches. Kazim will help with the clearance. Uruguay will have it back though. And the shot from distance here is well over. Volkan was stranded there. It was a nice idea by Cavani. Well, it's not going to plan now for Fatih Terim side. It was such a good start to the game. That is Rustu. Would he have caught those crosses and shots? Who knows? Fatih Terim will have to make the decision between the two. But Volkan, for me, not done himself any favours in this match. He's given away a penalty. And he's looked at least a little shaky on balls that have come inside the penalty area when he's been under no real pressure. I think Rustu on his best form might get it, but there's 8 years between them these days. Maybe the actions have gone a little bit. This is Emre. Good break forwards hit. Kazim with a low ball in, and this time it's Fabian Carini's turn. And the Real Murcia keeper does well. Good low ball in from Kazim. Bit of bend on it. Needed someone coming in at the near post. Nobody there. Opportunity for Suárez, perhaps. No. Suárez on towards Cavani. Hamit. Topal is after this. And will take it on. And away from Gargano, and the flag is up. Food for thought indeed for Fatih Terim. Will he make plenty of changes at half-time? Will he look to go with the same 11? They've been second best for me. Kazim was offside by a good yard there. Referee has seen enough after 45 minutes, and well, from a neutral point of view, really enjoyable. Turkey went ahead through Arda Turan, a diving header by the 21-year-old, his first for his country after a good run down the right-hand side by Baştürk. The ball in by Hamit to give Turkey the lead on 14 minutes, but Suárez equalising from the penalty spot after he himself was brought down by Volkan, sending the keeper the wrong way to level things up for Uruguay, who went close after that and perhaps should be ahead at the break. But as it is, at half-time in Bochum, it's Uruguay 1, Turkey 1. See any changes there? Emre Aşık, the veteran, plays for Ankaraspor these days, is out, as is the goal scorer Arda Turan. So maybe not the wholesale changes at half-time, although there is a bit of activity down on the bench below us. The player that looks to be coming on here is the Galatasaray midfielder Ayhan Akman. So there is to be a change. And also Sabri Sarıoğlu, who I believe has got plenty to offer. He's an excellent player, good striker of the ball, likes to get forward. Ayhan Akman of Galatasaray winning his 8th cap. Incidentally, Sabri comes on for his 13th. Just looking to see who the changes are there. Did we get a change for Uruguay as well? Perhaps, hopefully we'll get confirmation of that. Well, certainly changes have been made. Nihat just the last to come back on. And there is a change for Uruguay, in fact, so both teams looking to make the changes. It is Sebastian Fernandez who is coming on, and Edinson Cavani who has gone off. That's for Uruguay, but we've certainly seen changes for Turkey as well here. And as we mentioned, Ayhan Akman is coming on, and there is Sabri Sarıoğlu. So those are the changes. 2 for Turkey, 1 for Uruguay, but it's 1-1 as we get this second period underway. It is Emre. I think a number of the players will want to play the 90. It's always difficult. You always want to play the 90. if Fatih Terim has got a team in mind as Ayhan gets the first touch, then maybe he will want to go with it as long as possible. Who knows? He has got another warm-up match, as we mentioned. They take on Finland, Turkey in Duisburg in 4 days' time. So he's got another chance to tweak it, and obviously training sessions as well. It will be interesting to see exactly what they do. Of course, after the European Championships, a small match of the World Cup qualifiers come round. Turkey, interestingly, are involved in a group that features Spain, Belgium, Bosnia, who are in their Euro qualifying group, Armenia and Estonia. And for my money, that's one that Turkey will feel pretty confident of doing something in. Obviously, Spain are the biggest challengers there. Meanwhile, it's Suárez coming forward. Nihat. Ayhan. And again. And now Emre. Sabri wants it right-hand side. Chip forward. The flag should go up here. Uruguay defenders looking across to their right as they were looking on goal. And it's Ayhan, I think, that's just drifted the wrong side. Is it here? Certainly. Ooh, well, that was close, wasn't it? Closer than I initially thought. I'm sure that Fatih won't change it to... Well, if he does, he obviously wants to look at players, but sometimes you just want to get a couple of wins under your belt going into the tournament. And as soon as you start to make lots of changes, then the game gets a little bit too fractious, doesn't it? And very, very difficult to assess how good a player he's playing. Baştürk has been penalised here. Emre, oh, that was rather loose, and an opportunity now for Sebastian Fernandez to get in. Bounces all the way back to the keeper, Fabian Carini. Well, it was a super first half, and the pace just hasn't picked up just yet. Cáceres for Uruguay. And comes in, ends up on the deck. He's been around a long, long time, Ayhan Akman. Started out with Gaziantepspor and then moved on to Besiktas Galatasaray since 2001. Made his international debut back in 1998, but it's just an 8th cap, would you believe? Arda seemingly a certainty, I think, to start that first game against Portugal. Switzerland and the Czech Republic is their schedule in the finals. Comes to Connor, keeping, well, seemed to flap at that. Baştürk goes down rather theatrically, but does win the free kick. Eventually the flag went up on this near side. Didn't really get anything of the ball, but he didn't get anything of the player either for me. Cáceres, Villarreal. Nihat to take this free kick. 5 players inside the penalty area. Emre Aşık and Gökhan Zan are up from the back. Plenty to aim at. all going to rush in here, or are they? They're going to go, and he's got crept in. Nihat completely fools the keeper. How about that for an opportunist goal from Nihat Kavechi of Villarreal? Well, the keeper's embarrassed there, Fabian Carini. That is a cheeky goal from Nihat, who's enjoyed such a wonderful season in La Liga. Well, he bent it around the wall, low. The keeper was completely fooled. But even when he saw it coming, I thought he could get across to it. It had to be deadly accurate, and it was. There was no margin for error. It went round the wall and just inside the post. And Nihat, in the 51st minute, has given Turkey the lead once again. Well, was this something from the training ground, you wonder, or was it just a spur of the moment impromptu free kick, and he thought, he's too far over to the left here, I can swerve it round the right hand side of the wall and perhaps embarrass him, and that's exactly what Nihat did, and full marks. It's the sort of creativity sometimes that Turkey have lacked in recent seasons. They've been well organised, but they've always needed a bit of a spark. That's a poor challenge, that's going to be a free kick. Emre Aşık sliding into Suárez. Suárez makes the most of it, as he always does. A little bit late. Somewhere on the line here. What's that for? Is that Ayhan? And who's going to take this free kick? Floated in, it's nodded away by Emre Aşık. Turkey with Sabri getting it forward. Sliding challenge coming in from Gerardo Alcoba. It is Fernandez. Another free kick. Offside, flag is up. Free kick again. Just crept in, how about that? Round the wall, it had to be inch perfect, and it was. He enjoyed it. Maybe it wasn't from the training ground, maybe he's saying, come on, I saw the chance here, I thought I'd take it. And he's gone sort of to apologise to the boss. Rejuvenated by that goal, they play with a bit more confidence. Baştürk inside the penalty area. Ayhan is there as well. Emre has possession. Then it comes. Good delivery, Baştürk. First touch isn't great. Just allows the challenge from Giménez to come in. Figure on the sidelines. Fatih Terim. Outswinger this time. The head of Arda Turan, and away for a throw, I think. Should be a Uruguay throw, but this is going to go to Turkey. Supporters of Fenerbahce, you can see with the yellow and the black scarves. All the other main teams in Turkey as well being sported around Bochum Stadium. Just going to see a change here. Giménez, the player, coming off. Well, on his debut, he's done okay. No, more than okay. Play that's coming on He's Christian Rodríguez of Benfica is a useful player, and there's no doubt about that. Skillful, direct, good passer of the ball. Still just 22, a 22nd cap for the man who plays his football in Portugal. Here is Ayhan, Mehmet Topal. Nihat will take it on here. Faced with Christian Rodríguez. Nihat forced into a bit of defending all of a sudden. Well, that's not the best, and he's given it away. He's managed to win it back, but that was scrappy, scruffy. Suárez proving the thorn once again in the Turkish side. Well, this is a chance for Uruguay to equalise again. In comes the corner. Keeper's completely missed it. Completely missed it. Well, it's Sebastian Eguren who's claiming, surely that's another corner. I don't think anyone get anything on this. Let's see it again. Does the keeper get something? Maybe. Not happy at all, Eguren. Baştürk. Ayhan. Emre. Turns into trouble. Quick feet though to find Sabri. Fatih Terim on the sidelines, not happy as Godín goes long. Suárez has time, but he volleys it first time. Suárez again here, surrounded by red shirts, still coming forward. Challenge comes in. And that's a free kick, I think, here. Well, it's industrial, isn't it, really, by Emre? I think it was for the first challenge, not the second from Sabri. Suárez coming in for a little bit of treatment in this match. Approaching the hour mark, wait for the whistle, says Maya. Volkan, who's looked a little bit iffy. He's backing away. He's going to take this one. Looks like it's Pereira. Can he conjure? Some distance, it's Pereira! Oh, and it's Volkan that punches away. He just does not look comfortable at all. Oh, and the ball came into Suárez. That was a chance. The flag had stayed down, I think. Certainly didn't go up. That was an opportunity. This is the shot from Maxi Pereira that Volkan just punched away. He's got 2 goals for Benfica this season. In the Portuguese league, also scored against Milan in the Champions League in a 1-1 draw. And again, Uruguay just refuse to lie down here. They know it's just a friendly, but they really are putting plenty of effort and causing Turkey 1 or 2 problems, but they've caused themselves a problem here. This is Baştürk coming forward. Needs a bit of support. Ayhan inside the penalty area. This is Emre. Into the path. If Sabri wants the quick give and go. Baştürk again. Looking to dance around Godín. Still coming forward. Ayhan. Baştürk again. Ball over the top. Chance here offside. Well, Nihat not having it. He says he was on. The flag went up quickly. Great movement. How about this? Well, he's onside by an absolute mile. How on earth did the assistant get that lot wrong? He's looking across the line here, and Nihat is dead right. No. He's onside. Just 1 or 2 poor decisions from the officials in this match. Arda is coming off, scorer of the first goal. To be replaced by Tümer Metin. Plays his football in Greece these days with Larissa. 3 years old, been around a long time. Actually on loan from Fenerbahce this season, should I say, to Larissa. For Besiktas player. Still Uruguay coming forward. This time it was Fernandez that threw himself to the ground. He's a good player, Fernandez. He's scored a few goals for Defensor this season, 12 all told. It's a part of his game that we'll have to try and cut out. Suárez turning one way and then the other, and still getting past them, and still Suárez! Can he finish? That would have been some goal. Sabri got the challenges. Suárez will knock it back across the face of goal here. Is there an opportunity still for Uruguay? It's a good block, and eventually it's out for a corner. Eguren, Villarreal, and it's Tümer Metin, I think, he's only just come on, that's down. Well, Suárez sometimes looks like the ball is tied to his boots. You can see the shot that we charged out, Tümer feeling the full force of it. I think he was landed on by his own player as two came to close down. Eguren. In comes the corner, keeper's absolutely nowhere, and this time it's Godín that heads over. Well, he's not covering himself in glory whatsoever, Volkan. What is he doing? Oh dear, it's an open goal, and if it wasn't for the presence of Tümer here, that would have been 2-2, and maybe it still should have been. Volkan is having something of a nightmare. And Turkey again are giving the ball away in areas they really shouldn't. Free kicks given here. Rodríguez goes down. And an opportunity here for an equaliser that's blasted wide by Sebastian Fernandez. What a chance. Oh dear. Uruguay really should be 2-2. Free kick taken quickly, cleverly done. Turkish defenders all asleep. Finish awful. Fernandez should have scored his first international goal at senior level. He didn't, and Tuncay's about to come on. Well, it's been a strange game, hasn't it? We've had an hour. There's half an hour left, or just a little bit less. We've had chances galore. Turkey, well, when they're in the mood, seem to be able to control the game. But then just lapses of concentration, I don't know what it is, allows Uruguay back in. And if they do that in a competitive game against the likes of Portugal, for example, they will be punished. Baştürk coming off. Well, more and more changes now being made. The Stuttgart man to be replaced, and the game just breaks up really. Tuncay coming on. Always a delight to watch Tuncay play. He's got some important goals for Middlesbrough this season. 53rd cap for Tuncay. Such a skillful player. He's a player that can make things happen. Good on the ball, good awareness around him. Good finisher as well. Scored some super goals in the English Premier League for Middlesbrough in his first season there. And Halil Altıntop coming on. Emre all smiles as he comes off. Halil, he's on, and the Schalke player gets his 21st cap, the 25-year-old. Scored some important games in important games in the qualifiers against Malta and Hungary, and successes qualifiers in September. Wonderful season for Kaiserslautern a few years ago. Scored 20 in the campaign, but hasn't really replicated that since. Then is Eguren, who's looked a really good player for Uruguay. Pereira gets a touch, swept to this near side, where Rodríguez is after it. The Benfica man keeps it in play and twists and turns away from Sabri, and is still coming forward here. Rodríguez inside the area, has to knock it back towards Cáceres, back inside the box. What a chance for Suárez, who fluffs his lines again. Twice in this second half. Suárez should have levelled things up. It's a wonderful little run here. He's onside. The finish is poor. The finish is non-existent, and he's mad with himself. That should have been his second, and Uruguay's second. And Turkey, well, they're living dangerously. Tuncay looking to come forwards here. Uses his strength well. Ayhan loses out. Turkey still managed to keep possession. Tuncay turns away from Pereira. Look to get the cross. It tells Pereira second. I mean, the crowd enjoyed that. Nihat gets the touch. Tümer has it. Like handball. It's the referee given. Well, in fact, it's gone the other way. Was it for the foul initially on Tümer? Was it for that? Well, he got the ball, but he got the man as well. I can understand why the referee gives a free kick to Turkey. Alcoba on his debut, but the national side giving away the free kick. Well, Nihat scored from the last free kick that Turkey had from this sort of range. Admittedly, it was on the other side of the pitch, but his confidence will be sky high after that cheeky goal. Who's going to take this one? Tümer to the left. Also Halil, Tuncay and Nihat. Which of the quartet will fancy it? Better for a right-footed field. But having said that, the one that Nihat took looked better for a left-footer, and he took it. Maybe it will be Tuncay. It is Nihat this time. It's over. He's got plenty of currency in the bank when it comes to free kicks after the one that he scored from. So why not have another crack? This more orthodox, although the run-up was shorter and quicker. .23 minutes remaining. Turkey leading. Uruguay have had plenty of chances to get back on level terms. Gökhan Zan will clear. What, I wonder, will the likes of Felipe Scolari make of this? Well, was that handball? It was Sebastian Fernandez who was claiming it as he looked to turn his man. Tümer met in, gives it away. That was poor. Gargano gets the touch. Still Uruguay coming forward. This time the flag does go up. Suárez was never going to get to that. Looks like a real poacher, doesn't he? I know he's missed a couple of chances, but he's still a young man. So we're going to see another change here for Uruguay. They're missing plenty of big names, as we mentioned earlier. And also, of course, Diego Forlan is probably the biggest name of the squad that have travelled for this two-game tour. After this match, they take on Norway before heading back to South America. Going to see the change. I think it's Maxi Pereira who's going off. Bruno Silva, the player who is coming on, another player who plays his football in Ajax. This is just a fourth cap, former Groningen player. Actually had a spell in Russia as well with Rostov. Right back by trade. Top, quite sure what that's about. Tümer taken down first time by Sabri. Tuncay coming forward. He's impressed. Eguren. Looks a really accomplished player. Eguren again. Actually, only on loan at Villarreal from Hammarby of Sweden. An odd career route. For Rosenborg in Norway, Puebla in Mexico, as well as two sides in Uruguay, Wanderers and Nacional. Still just 27. Tuncay has to push it forward for Halil. Uruguay though played themselves out of trouble. Cáceres to get it forward for Christian Rodríguez, from Paris Saint-Germain player. Doing a decent first season with Benfica, 6 goals in the Portuguese top flight. Uruguay knocked out of the semi-finals of the Copa America by Brazil after drawing in 90 minutes and beaten in the third place playoff by Mexico 3-1, but they certainly propelled themselves upwards in many people's eyes because of the performances at the Copa. It's just a shame that they've started so poorly in the World Cup qualification campaign. Rodríguez will cross. Plenty of time to put it right though. Lots more fixtures to come, including those two we mentioned against Venezuela and Peru. Then away at Colombia. We were involved in a friendly against Colombia not so long ago. They drew 2-2 in Montevideo. Rodríguez looking to out-muscle Sabri. Sabri gets goal side. They're only beaten by Brazil with a penalty shootout, of course, in the Copa America, beaten 5-4 on penalties. Fernandez chasing. Suárez inside the penalty area, nodded away by Gökhan Zan. Sabri, Zarioglu. Rodríguez just a bit too robust. Just hasn't got the tempo of earlier on in this half, and certainly in the first half. Just threatening to peter out. There's so many changes to personnel. Here comes another. It's spoiled him a little bit. Off comes Ignacio González, and it's Robert Flores who is coming on, the number 17. Football with River Plate. That's a neat turn meanwhile from Halil, and then the sliding challenge from Eguren. Sees the ball spin out of play. Played really well as Eguren is looking to gear up his players. So they have a corner though here, and they make it pay. Comfortably cleared. Suárez has gone down. Emre Aşık with his hands. Not quite sure what happened there. Was Suárez has brought his side a free kick there. Emre Aşık, for me, not at fault. Taken quickly. Uruguay got 3 players inside the penalty area. This is a good-looking run, and it's Suárez who looks to get it back across the face of goal. I think that was a shot, to be fair, and he just caught it all wrong. Minutes to go. Uruguay 1, Turkey 2. Rodríguez slides in. Sabri goes down the line. Rodríguez looked lively since coming on as a second-half substitute, the Benfica player. The best ball forward. And Emre Aşık knocks it out, and it will be a throw into Uruguay. Cáceres finds Rodríguez. Still not completely away. Suárez was there. He might get a second chance here. Suárez inside the penalty area. What can he do with it? He's gone down, and the referee says get up. And he should have done better. And he's been disappointing, but he's got himself in good positions, but just hasn't managed to capitalise. Still Uruguay come forward. Good run by Bruno Silva here. Low ball in and cleared away. Chance to break, maybe, for Turkey. Gökhan Zan in a bit of trouble here. He's giving it away, and Fernandes might be able to finish here. Suárez surely will, and does. And it is 2-2. Well, he's had something like 4 chances in this second half, and he couldn't miss from there, could he? And the small band of Uruguay supporters, the cameraman's managed to find them, are cheering like mad. Gökhan Zan, an uncharacteristic error. Sebastian Fernandes got back up on his feet, and thank you very much, Suárez gets his second for 2-2. Well, Uruguay deserve it maybe on the first 20 minutes of play in this second half. Even though they did go 2-1 down in that period, they had lots of chances, and Luis Suárez in particular did. But the Ajax man has got his 5th goal for his country. This is his 8th international, and it's his 2nd of the game. And Turkey have got to do it all again. One or two supporters stunned. Turkey have just been guilty of being a little bit sloppy for me. Fatih Terim not happy. Shrugs and glances sideways and at the feet from the coaching staff. Not quite gone to plan. Still, 11 minutes remaining to try to go ahead for a 3rd time, and from their point of view, hopefully stay there. Plenty forward for the free kick. Nihat will take. In it comes, keeper misses! Oh, and it's cleared off the line by Eguren. What a chance for Emre Aşık. Eguren, who's been super for Uruguay tonight, clears. Looked like it was going to bounce over the line. Balta goes down. The best of challenges. The goal scorer against Slovakia last time out. To the final 10 we go. I think Cáceres will knock it back. Suárez, Uruguay going for, well, I say unlikely winner, given the fact that they've been behind twice. But they have had the chances to score 4 or 5, maybe even more. Suárez in particular. Here is Nihat, scorer of Turkey's second goal. Tuncay turns it on. Mehmet Topal for Sabri Sarıoğlu. Still has possession and looks to go again. Good running here from the fullback. Good sliding challenge by Martin Cáceres. Tuncay. Boos and whistles from the Turkey supporters as the challenge came in there from Ajax's Bruno Silva. Tümer going down. Uruguay just backing off. To Cullen inside the penalty area, maybe the breakaway is on again here. This is Rodríguez, who's strong in possession. Suárez wants it, and Suárez will get it here. Oh, Suárez, can he prod it through perhaps? Still Suárez. Well, eventually he's lost out, and then Uruguay win it back, and it's all a little bit tired from the Turkey defenders. Rodríguez. And again, so just flick it forward here for Gargano, and then back in field for Suárez, who's gone down inside the penalty area, and the referee eventually points to the spot. And Volkan is saying, come on. It's the second penalty he's given away. The referee is saying, what can I do here? Suárez goes jinking forward. It was Gargano that knocked it in field. Let's see this. Oh, in comes the challenge. Oh, what can the referee do? Emre Aşık it was. Well, he tried to get out of the way, but his momentum has just gone straight into Suárez, and that's got to be a penalty. I don't know why Volkan is complaining here. Not Volkan, obviously, that brought him down, but Emre Aşık. Well, what a turnaround. And this time it's Rodríguez that's going to step up. Well, Suárez is on a hat-trick here. It's only a friendly, surely he should take it. Well, the sip of the water didn't work last time, but it's a different penalty taker. Can Rodríguez give Uruguay the lead for the first time? He's been offered advice from his teammates as to which way Volkan went, I think, in the first half. Obviously, Christian Rodríguez was not on the pitch then. Must have been watching though from the sidelines. Let's see. Rodríguez for Uruguay against Volkan, and Rodríguez scores, and Uruguay unbelievably lead by 3 goals to 2. Well, they've had the chances to score more than that, and they should have had 3 goals already. The penalty wasn't the best. Volkan guessed the right way. Rodríguez thumping it hard enough and low enough to avoid the clutches of the Fenerbahce keeper. Gökhan Zan going off. And going to see another change, and it's Mevlut coming on, who looked okay against Slovakia. This is football in France, as we mentioned, with Sochaux. He's a striker, and this is his third cap. And we'll see what he can do in the final 5 minutes here. What a turnaround. Well, there's been some interesting friendlies recently. Greece were beaten by Hungary just the other day. Turkey look like they're going to lose here. One or two of the bigger nations also struggling against teams that haven't qualified. What is the referee going to give here? Because Suárez looked like he was going to go off on his bike there. Bear down on goal without a defender in sight. What a turnaround. Still Uruguay press. This is Rodríguez. He's such a powerful runner. He's got away again here. Low ball in. Slip from Sebastián Fernández. Fired at sort of chest height across the penalty area. Well, what a refreshing performance as well from the South American side. Sometimes they've been labelled as a rather tough, cynical team that don't really play football, that look to stifle the opposition. Not the case at all with this young squad that Oscar Tabárez has brought. And, well, they take on Norway in their other friendly. And anybody watching that game, I think, could probably get an enjoyable fixture if this one is anything to go by. Not over just yet, though. Turkey looking to come back once again. I say come back once again. This is the first time that they've been trailing in the game. This is the penalty from Christian Rodríguez. Might be more. Suárez. Sebastián Fernández wants it. Suárez denied. Just. Topal then loses out. Sebastián Fernández again. Suárez cannot finish. Ayhan. 2 minutes remaining plus added on time. Really seen too much of Hakan Balta getting forward on that left-hand side. Space perhaps for Sabri. Plenty calling for it. Here is Mevlut. Sabri. Mevlut struggling to stay on side. Sabri beats his man. Can he deliver the cross? Outswinger. Keeper will claim Fabian Carini, who was embarrassed by Turkey's second goal. Well, they'll really be hoping for a positive result against Finland now, I'm sure. 3 minutes they've added on time. We've not had full 90 just yet, I make it. 89 gone. Mevlut. Flip forward and the flag eventually does go up. Mevlut this time offside. Well, that was tight as well. You can see defender on the far side, perhaps keeping Mevlut onside, but not being given. To the added on time we go. Turkey trailing by 3 goals to 2. Balta forward. got a whistle in the crowd at the moment. Somebody wants the game to end. I make it, well, 3 minutes went up on the board. Halil. Can Turkey fashion one last chance to level things up, to avoid a rather embarrassing defeat? Not that Uruguay are a poor team, but just from the circumstances of the match. Leading twice, this is Mevlut. Won't fall for Sabri. Uruguay should be able to clear. They've not done it particularly well though. Ayhan. Gifted. Rodríguez gets it back rather fortuitously. Suárez. Away from Tümer, looking to take it on again here. Suárez still coming forward. Not a hat-trick, of course, Luis Suárez. Turkey looking to get players back behind the ball, but so disorganised at the back. Suárez again, the referee nearly getting in the way. Mehmet Topal making the challenge. Gargano everywhere looking to win it back. 90 seconds remaining. Although, curiously, the board did go up a little early. Opportunity maybe now for Mevlut here. Needs some support inside the penalty area. He wins a corner. One last chance, perhaps. Diego Godín not happy. Fatih Terim can see a little bit of light at the end of this game. Suddenly those that were turning to head for the exits have sat back down. And it comes from Nihat, low ball in. Still not completely away, is it here? Oh, what a save from Carini. Well, the shot was fired in by Mehmet Topal. Did anybody get a touch on this? Again, back out to a Mehmet Topal that was bound for the top corner. Before the intervention of Fabio Carini. 30 seconds of the added on 3 minutes remaining. Turkey have to get the ball inside the penalty area quickly. This is Nihat. Plenty on the edge of the box, but the return ball isn't the best. Sabri. 4 inside the penalty area. Flicked inside the box here. Carini's ball. That will be it. Florian Mayer blows for full time, and Turkey have suffered a 3-2 loss at the hands of Uruguay. Volkan, who failed to save a couple of penalties, even though it was Turkey that went ahead on 14 minutes through Turan, a diving header past Carini. Suárez levelled things up on 31 minutes from the spot after Volkan brought him down. But then Nihat's cheeky free kick made it 2-1 6 minutes after the restart, before Uruguay had chances.